The Money Museum is backed up by the Sunflower Foundation as its supporting trust. Its name was not chosen haphazardly. It expresses the philosophy on which the Money Museum, and quite generally, the work of Jörg Konseth, the founder of the trust, are based. The sunflower stands for munificence, balance, harmony, and abundance in the positive sense, but also for chance and individuality. Jörg Konseth is a generous person, by conviction, not out of calculation. During his life, he has been searching for balanced relationships and partnerships in which giving and taking are based on reciprocity. When two businessmen get on well together, that is his conviction, this balance leads to a spiral which helps both partners to be successful. Generosity, however, must not be used in a deliberate and calculating way. Just as the sunflower scatters its seeds profusely and haphazardly, so is business success something that falls into one's lap without knowing in advance where it came from. The funds used for the Money Museum were largely acquired by Jörg Konseth on financial markets. In doing so, he uses a financial tool based on mathematical algorithms. They are something that fascinated Jörg Konseth even as a schoolboy. He collected a large number of books on the Fibonacci sequence, or the golden section in nature, architecture, and music. As in music, he realized that in the financial market, there are also cycles, repetitions, reversals, and variations. The sunflower, too, is built up on a mathematical algorithm. The sunflower's flower head consists of a large number of seeds arranged in several clockwise and counterclockwise spirals. The number of spirals always corresponds to the Fibonacci series. Jörg Konseth is an observer. In order to summon up the necessary patience to observe the financial markets and at the same time to sharpen his attention, he turned, for example, to his coin collection, which he had been given as a child, and asked a numismatist friend of his whether she would like to help him. Thus the idea emerged for the Money Museum, almost by accident, perhaps the result of a certain play instinct. Jörg Konseth's interest was focused from the beginning on the process, the significance of money. Coins were always only a symbol for him. He is distrustful of anything static. For him, conserving has something to do with rotting. The tendency towards what is new, special, and individual is important for him. When chaos research emerged in the 80s, he proved to be right. He was familiar with the fractal growth, in which the individual aspect is always present. Even today, he would rather do something his own way and take responsibility for the risk of being wrong than doing it the right way, but only by copying. Here, too, the sunflower, of which every specimen deviates from the others, is for him a model. The sunflower idea is not a closed system, not a system theory, nor is it a recipe for success. Although there has been no lack of success, Jörg Konseth calls the sunflower idea a philosophy, an attitude, which he could never have abandoned, even if it had not brought him success. What is most important, of this he is convinced, is that there is a philosophy behind the activities on the financial markets. The idea of buying shares solely and exclusively to generate a profit is a horror vision for him. Jörg Konseth prefers to derive pleasure from the company or its products, and he always wants to know precisely why he has a certain share in his portfolio. It has to be a new and socially positive product, something that also benefits the general public. In growth, there is flow, not inertia. In growth, there are also the algorithms. A flower does not grow according to any existing master plan, but from the onset emerges steadily, the last positions determining the next. The neuronal networks, however, which surfaced in the 80s in connection with the world of finance, were so complex that a programmer could no longer keep track of what he had programmed. What is interesting in this context is the title of a book by Georges Dodsey, who points out how simple patterns of order always repeat themselves in nature. It is entitled The Power of Limits. Limit means on the border between two forces. That is the algorithmic approach, which consists of quite simple steps that escape to zero or infinity, like the Mandelbrot set. Very few lead to stability. What interests Jörg Konseth is to find the algorithm which, when applied to the world of finance, results in stability.